Silence. At 12,000 feet, the only sound is the rhythmic thrum of four massive engines and the freezing whistle of the slipstream. In the belly of the beast, 60 soldiers sit knee to knee, bathed in the eerie red glow of the jump lights. They aren't just soldiers. They are a calculated gamble, a spearhead thrown behind the heart of enemy lines. For a paratrooper, the battlefield doesn't start at a trench line. It starts with a step into the empty air. Today, we're looking at the history, the grit, and the sheer insanity of the men and women who choose to go feet first into the unknown. The concept is simple but terrifying: vertical envelopment. Instead of punching through the front door, you fly over the house and drop through the skylight. While the Soviets pioneered the idea in the 30s, it was the chaos of World War II that forged the paratrooper identity. Think of the 101st and 82nd Airborne during Operation Overlord. Thousands of men scattered across the French countryside in the dead of night. They were lost, disorganized, and surrounded, and that's exactly what made them deadly. They created a front line everywhere at once, sowing a level of panic that no traditional infantry unit could replicate. But back then, you were lucky if your parachute opened and you didn't land in a flooded marsh with 80 pounds of gear strapped to your chest. Modern airborne operations are a masterpiece of terrifying physics. Most combat jumps are static line. You aren't pulling a ripcord like a skydiver over Vegas. You're hooked to a cable inside the plane. When you jump, the plane literally pulls the chute out for you. Why? Because when you're dropping at 800 feet, the standard combat altitude, you have roughly 6 to 10 seconds before you hit the deck. There is no room for error. The main chute is designed for stability, not grace. The rucksack, often weighing over 100 pounds, is lowered on a single cord before impact, so the soldier doesn't break both legs on landing. The weapon is tucked in a jump shroud, ready to be assembled the second boots hit the dirt. It's a brutal descent. You aren't floating, you're falling with style, praying the wind doesn't slam you into a tree line at 20 miles per hour. What kind of person signs up for this? In every military on Earth, the Airborne is a volunteer-only brotherhood. You have to want it. The training is designed to break you long before you ever see a plane. It's about the PLF, the parachute landing fall. Over and over, you jump off platforms into sawdust pits, learning how to distribute the bone-crushing impact of a landing. But the real test is mental. It's that moment the jumpmaster screams, "Stand up, hook up!" Every instinct in the human brain is screaming at you to stay inside that metal tube. To overcome that, to step out into the void while the world disappears beneath you, creates a bond that regular units simply don't have. They call it the airborne spirit. It's the confidence that no matter where you land, you are the most dangerous person in the room. In an age of long-range missiles and advanced radar, some say the era of the mass paratrooper drop is over. They say the big drop is too risky. But tell that to the commanders who need an entire brigade on the ground on the other side of the world in 18 hours. Whether it's a halo jump for Tier 1 operators or a massive tactical insertion of the 173rd Airborne, the ability to fall from the sky remains the ultimate ace in the hole. As long as there are wars, there will be a need for the devils in baggy pants. The men and women who look at a perfectly good airplane and decide the best way out is through the door. So, could you make the jump? Or are you staying in the plane? Let us know in the comments which airborne unit you think is the most elite in the world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the vertical battlefield, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We've got more stories of grit and gear coming your way. Airborne, all the way.